Hello guys, happy Thursday, August 11, 2022. So today I'm going to bring you on my journey on how I cook my cassava leaf as a Liberian woman of West Africa. Alright, so in West Africa, Liberia, we cook cassava leaf in our country. Alright, it's everybody's choice or favorite soup, one thing to another, whatever. So right there is my dry fish. I've already removed all the bones, and there is my fresh fish, and I have some pig food, and we have fresh chicken and beef. That's it. That's a lot of flavor, right? Isn't it? Just look at that fresh food everywhere, and we got some traditional dry fish. Can you see that? It's so yummy, right? I know you like it. So let's get started. Look, I'm bringing you along my cooking journey, and I'm going to show you how I cook my cassava leaf. Because a lot of people don't know how to cook cassava leaf, and it's kind of a weird, all right? So we're going to show them, or we're going to make sure we share ideas, okay? So right there, I have put in my pig foot, and I'm going to mix it up with my chicken and my beef ribs bones. We're going to get that combination of flavor. Okay, that's what we need. Listen, I always see some people putting their meat, their chicken, their this, their that in the cassava leaf, and boiling everything together. Oh my God, you don't roll like that, okay? Don't roll like that, baby. I'm going to show you right now. Stay tuned. Come along with this particular journey. You're going to get very much educated today on how to cook cassava leaf. So right there is our meat, and we are getting ready to parboil it. So we are seasoning it now with just 2 tablespoons of chicken soup, which is like a chicken stock or a Vita cube or mac and cheese or whatever, with a dash of salt. Remember, cassava leaf is dramatic, so you don't want to allow your soup to be salty. So be careful when you parboiling your meat. Be careful with the seasoning, because any mistake you make from the seasoning is going to affect the soup itself. So you have to be careful from the starting point of your parboiling. So when you parboiling your meat, make sure that you know the amount of seasoning or salt that you're using. So I just want you to know that. And that is our cassava leaf. We are washing it, and we will be getting into the blending process, guys. We're going to be getting in that. So that's the blending. We are blending, baby. So right now we came back to check on our meat. It's about 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So we came to check back on our meat. Listen, guys, you guys know I always like my side dishes. Whenever I'm cooking, I always like to cook a side dish, just in case of stranger or whoever that pass by to my house or visit. So that's it. So that stew that you saw right now is going to be in my fridge. So right here is our blended cassava leaf. We blended our cassava leaf so well. It's very smooth, and the texture is very, very smooth. Look at that. You see that? And another thing I want you to know is that I'm not going to put my cassava leaf water in it. Remember, cassava leaf is somehow a little bit poisonous. So not to kill though, but it's just a little bit poisonous. So if you put in your cassava leaf water, and if you don't know how to cook cassava leaf well, it's going to hurt your stomach. You're going to get stomach ache. So be careful how you cook your cassava leaf. Cassava leaf is very nice and delicious, but be careful. So at this stage now, you can see how well smooth that cassava leaf is. It's so smooth, very well blended. Look at that, guys. Just take a look. Look at that. Isn't it cute? Oh my God. But however, so this point now is a first stage, okay? Because cassava leaf have 3 stages of cooking. And if you're not careful, you're going to not cook your cassava leaf well. So listen and listen good. So we have 3 stages of cooking the cassava leaf. You have to first parboil your cassava leaf without any salt or seasoning right here. Do not add the cassava leaf water. Waste the cassava leaf water away. Okay? And now we are blending our pepper, keeping that aside, guys. So listen now. This is the first parboil that we did to the cassava leaf. It's the first stage. So you got to allow it to parboil for 30 minutes straight until it dry by itself. And then you coming in now with your second 2 cups of natural water. Don't put the cassava leaf water. So you see there, I put it in the second water for the second parboil. The cassava leaf have to parboil on its own before you now start to add any other thing. So after a parboil on its own for 2 times, like 2 times I parboil it. You saw that. So this is the third stage now where we're going to add in our pepper. Okay, we're going to add in our pepper and give it a nice stir and allow it to cook about 30 or 35 minutes. Okay, so right here we're going to even add in our masako. Yes, we came back to check on it now. It's about 30 minutes. We got to put in our masako. This is the first seasoning we are giving this cassava leaf. So make sure that when you're starting to parboil your cassava leaf the first and the second time, make sure don't put salt, don't put anything. Let it parboil on its own. Remember, cassava leaf is dramatic. Any mistake you make, it will get salty, and you don't want that. So we have added in our 2 masako, and this is our peanut butter. This is the time that you have to put in your peanut butter. So I have scooped up 1 tablespoon here, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and I'm going to scoop up 1 more to put it in that soup. You see that the whole color is changed, right? So this is the third stage, which is almost to the cooking stage, the real cooking process now. So remember, cassava leaf is something that can pop whenever peanut butter is in it. So before you do anything, as you have put in the peanut butter, make sure to turn off your stove and stir your cassava leaf very well so that the peanut butter can combine into it before adding in your fish and other things. But after adding my peanut butter and I stir it very well, I waited for 10 minutes and I came back and added my chicken and my fish and my everything. So you see that, you see the color change because I cook it very well. I boil it very well, the cassava leaf itself. So make sure that your cassava leaf is well cooked before you add in all your particles or your ingredients. Okay, I'm just joking, guys. So for real, cassava leaf is hard to cook, so we have to be careful with salt. So right here is my dry fish, and like at this point I'm adding in my dry fish, guys. It's about time to add in the dry fish because you want our seasoning to be all into the fish, and everything have to have the same flavor. Okay, so after 20 minutes more, I came back to add in my palm oil. Okay, and this palm oil is a traditional oil, very healthy and nutritional, very nutritional, guys, very healthy. And listen, some people make mistake. By the time they put their oil, immediately they put in their oil, they will start to stir the soup all around. That's going to give the cassava leaf a very bad look. Okay, you don't want your cassava leaf to look chunky, so don't stir it immediately you put in the oil. So I came back to check on this my stew to know how it's doing, and as you can see, it's already done. And I'm just going to keep it on that side, turn off my stove, and just, you know, it's already done, guys. It's already done. I was cooking it before that cassava leaf. Okay, so it's done already, and I'm going to just keep it on that medium low heat. I'm going to lower the heat more, and probably it's already done. Okay, you've been way too long on that stove before cooking that cassava leaf, so it's okay. And we came back to check on our cassava leaf. We noticed our oil have been cooked. So when you put in the cassava leaf in that part, when you put in the oil in the cassava leaf, you don't stir it immediately. And then if you do that, the cassava leaf is going to suck the oil and it's going to make it to look chunky. And you don't want your cassava leaf to look chunky. So allow the cassava leaf to boil. Allow the oil to boil until it change color like this. You know, when it's about time for you to stir it yourself, you will see it and you will know that you have to stir your cassava leaf. At this point, you have to stir it like what I'm doing. Okay, so we are like done with this cooking, and this is the end of this cooking. Thanks for watching. Thanks Come and have dinner with me, guys.